When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88, 88, 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches at my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts a wrong and pass off. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the free skies. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch.
God damn.
Man, goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, bro. What is going on, everybody? How the hell is everybody doing, man? Thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This is episode 206. And for those of you who don't know what that means we are 1 week away from the 4-year anniversary of Unscripted, bro. Wow.
It's insane.
Wow. Man, it's always so crazy, man. Every time we come up on these milestone, dates out of the year. And obviously, we have 2 shows. So we basically get basically 2 anniversaries almost for the podcast a year. And it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So obviously coming up on 4 years, knowing that we're coming up on 5, just again less than a year, is very surreal. But before we get to 5, man, we got to celebrate, the second anniversary, I guess, for the year, and that is the 4th anniversary of the 4-year anniversary of Unscripted, which is next Monday. The SummerSlam, the Raw after SummerSlam, I guess, edition of Unscripted, bro. So definitely an interesting time, man, and definitely a fun time. Definitely a fun time for the podcast. So always cool, bro. Always cool. But yeah, man. Yes. So yeah, man. This is episode 206 of Unscripted, man. And with that, how is everybody doing? And welcome to another edition of the Notorious podcast, another edition of Notorious Unscripted. And with that, again, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us here on this fine Monday evening. And with that, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we're on here with the news at 4 p.m. Central. If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, Bobby Lashley leaving WWE, possibly for AEW, along with his boy MVP, to try to reform the Hurt Business, or some sort of reformation of the Hurt Business elsewhere. We talked about all that good stuff, man. WWE restructuring CM Punk's deal. Malachi Black and Keith Lee have expiring contracts coming up in AEW, so the rumors say. That is episode 224. And if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Friday at 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on Bonfire. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find all 8 of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful designs available on the merch shop for you guys, man. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the hosts of this very show. And as for the other half, man, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Been doing all right. Big weekend, SummerSlam, finally. I'm excited. So, big week, man. Big week indeed. And can't wait for the weekend, man. It's gonna be really fun. SummerSlam's gonna be great, and a lot of great things coming this weekend. So, just excited for that, man. But like Toronto always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing? Live chat. How's everyone in the replay? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, like you said, man, just looking forward to the big SummerSlam weekend. It is finally upon us. The more time moves on, the more I definitely retract my statement about saying that maybe a 2-night SummerSlam was a little too much. At least the way Triple H is going about booking them, I think 2 nights actually might be proper for SummerSlam.
I think so.
Just so we're able to fit more on the card, because I feel like where we're at now, the card is complete, and I definitely think that it can use like a Chad Gable versus Bo Dallas match on there. I think could be
Tag matches.
dude, up until this point, it doesn't look like Johnny Gargano is gonna get to fucking perform in Cleveland Brown Stadium, and he's been on record saying that he's always wanted to perform there. So they have a tag team title match on Friday against Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. So whether they, win or not, it doesn't look like they're going to be on the SummerSlam card, man. So that really sucks. That really sucks for DIY. That really sucks for DIY. And, man, it sucks, dude. It sucks. It seems like the only guy from Cleveland out of the, I think, 3 guys they have, the only one that's getting a chance to perform in the stadium is Logan Paul. I know they got Miz and I know they got Johnny, but I don't know if there's anybody else from Cleveland. There might be, but as far as I know, Logan Paul, Miz, and Johnny Gargano are from Cleveland, and so far, dude, it looks like fucking Logan Paul's the only one that gets to actually be in a match on the show. So that kind of sucks, especially for a guy like Johnny Gargano, who's been in the company for all these years, damn near probably almost 10 years, 8 or 10 years by this point. I would feel sorry for the Miz, but I mean, obviously he did get the hosting part, and I don't really know who cared to see him on the card anyway. But yeah, I mean, it sucks for Johnny for sure, and I definitely think that a DIY versus Guerrillas of Destiny match could have easily made the card anyways.
Oh, easily, man. That easily should have been on the card.
100%, bro. So yeah, man. Yeah, but regardless, SummerSlam weekend coming up. Very pumped for it, man. A lot of big stuff going on this weekend, man. And I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. So, yeah, man. And then obviously, dude, in 1 week's time, it will be the 4-year anniversary of Unscripted, bro. So that's super exciting as well, man. But as Durante asked, man, I'm good, bro. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, Gotti, whether you're here now, man, or a part of the Replay Mafia, my guys, JT, JB. How are you guys doing, man? And thank you guys for joining us as always, bro. So, man. So, Dynamite this week was very good. It was a very good episode of AEW Dynamite, man. I will say we got going into All In. We got another great episode of AEW Dynamite, dare I say. It was another great episode, and I said it on Friday. I said this to Sir K, I think last Wednesday after the show. But man, dare I fucking say, the love, the feeling. Tony might not have been lying, bro, when he said he was going to restore the feeling. AEW's been on a fucking great run. They've been on a great run, and it really can show how fast momentum can shift. And I'm not saying that in terms of one company having momentum over the other. I'm just talking about a company's momentum in general. They're not even competing with anybody. It can really show, bro, if you put the work in, and if you go back to, the basics, which in this case is just simple storytelling. It really, really, really shows how drastic of a shift that can be for your product, man. And AEW's shown that here, bro. AEW's shown that here, man. They've, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th Dynamite in the row. And I remember back when this first started, and there was a good episode of Dynamite. I had said to Sir K, man, what did you think about Dynamite? They had a good show. And he said to me, for me to care, they're going to have to do about 3 or 4 weeks. And his assessment is correct. And they have done that.
I know. And I'm starting to care. Look at that. Look what happens when you put on constant, good television for weeks at a time. I care about your show. Look at that.
Yep. Definitely, dude. Definitely, man. We have gotten so accustomed And I remember when there was that week, we had gotten so accustomed. And one of my big concerns, the first week we had a good show, was all the Owen matches.
Yeah.
I said on the stream, I said on whatever Unscripted fell after that episode, I said the episode was good, but let's wait until the Owen is over and see if they can continue to keep up with this momentum and keep doing, making, and keep putting things on the show that matter. And you do get Tony Khan does get his one match on each Dynamite where it's just like, what the fuck is that? He does get his one
Every time.
match. Yeah, like I think I seen this week. There's the conglomeration, which it's not even the conglomeration, because the conglomeration is Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. But the match is Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and some random Japanese guy versus another three guys. But they're still, they in the graphic they called them the conglomeration. So I don't know. Everybody knows I'm a huge conglomeration mark, but the groups, the groups getting torn away from us, man. I don't know anybody that wanted to see the Undisputed Era in AEW. I definitely would have much rathered Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. I think that just fit way better for definitely a better group than the Undisputed Era, 100%. But they ripped Kyle
Oh
O'Reilly
yeah,
out of
man.
the group already, man. So big conglomeration mark here, and I'm very upset about it.
Exactly. I love the conglomeration. They're the best part about Dynamite every week. But
They are.
yeah, Dynamite's been good. Obviously, there's always the one thing on every show that's just a random match. But overall, solid week, man. Great week. Enjoyed blood and guts and whatnot, and I
Yes.
can't wait to talk about it.
Definitely, man. It was controversial to some people, but I definitely want to get into that because I don't seem to see the complaint. I did not have a problem with the match. I love the match, but going back to the conglomeration for a second, we can sit here and poke fun of them all we want to, but it doesn't change the fact that they were booked better than the Undisputed Kingdom. So,
Oh, 100%.
holy
Undisputed
fuck.
Kingdom is dead and gone.
Golly.
Crazy.
Yeah. But Dynamite, another great week. Monday Night Raw, huh? Um, little flat. A little flat for sure.
Mm,
See, I was expecting a lot more face-to-face interactions, face-to-face promos to kind of leave us off on a certain note. But all we got was one face-to-face promo in the beginning of the programming, and a bunch of video packages. There's a video package for Puerto Rican Jack Swagger as we nail down the final 5 days. I have to see him with the World Heavyweight Championship. Don't fucking say it. Don't fucking say it. Come on, dude. Come on. Don't do it.
It's like
Don't do it. Don't
it's a
do.
50%
No,
chance, dude.
no, no,
He
don't,
might,
no, bro.
he might walk
Come
out with
on,
that
dude. Why
title.
did you
He
have to
might.
say it, bro? Oh my
Think
god.
about it, dude. Do you really think Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley and Damian Priest are getting fucked over on the same night?
No.
Triple H fucking did.
No, I think Rhea will get fucked over. Damian Priest is getting his ass beat clean. There is no fucketh
But
over here.
in its own way, it's in a way fucking him over in its own way, and I don't think it's gonna happen yet. I know how Triple H books.
The Judgment Day
I
is
don't
gonna
think it
tank.
happens after this time.
Gunther promised the
I
people.
think we still got sometimes promises are filled, you know. So, and that I think that promise won't be fulfilled, dude. I don't know. I just got this feeling about that.
No, I don't know what you're feeling, bro. But Damian Priest is definitely losing the championship, man. He's definitely losing it on Saturday. August 3rd is the night. What did Gunther say tonight? Everybody's going to remember it as the day the ring general saved the World Heavyweight Championship. Dude, it's time.
Dang.
It's time. It's fucking time, man.
He's not winning,
No,
bro.
he's definitely winning, bro. Stop saying that, dude. You're bringing the bad juju on Gunther. Come on, dude. Don't be doing my boy like that. But the final 5 days, man, I'm pumped. But other than that, again, we got a video package from Puerto Rican Jack Swagger, another video package from Gunther. We got another video package from Rhea Ripley, another video package from Liv Morgan. And yeah, the only thing that really got an in-ring promo on the show was Drew and Punk, in terms of, because I think everything that's coming out of Raw for SummerSlam is, Drew and Punk, Liv and Rhea, Gunther and Damian, and I think the rest of it comes from SmackDown, unless I'm forgetting something. But because I think there's 6 matches, and then SmackDown's got Cody and Ronald McDonald, Bailey and Nia, and Logan and LA. I think that's all the matches on the card. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm almost positive that is. But yeah, man, I mean, but yeah, it definitely was there was just a lot of random, or a lot of just, why is this taking place on the show? And again, the more we move on, man, and the more we move on and on, man, it really just makes me think, yeah, I really can't wait until 2026, because I absolutely think that SummerSlam needs to be a 2-night show. The way Triple H goes about booking it, if he's gonna make SummerSlam this year, or SummerSlam every year, feel like this big of a deal, then it absolutely needs to be 2 nights, and we absolutely need to get as much as big storylines as we can out there, because Bray Wyatt is synonymous for like SummerSlam moments, bro. And the fact that Bo Dallas and Chad Gable are not on the show to give us, the big first official entrance of the Wyatt Six, similar to how they did the Fiend, I think is a little criminal, if you ask me, to be honest.
No, definitely. I think it's
Oh, hold up. Hold on. My headphones just shut off. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, say something.
saying something.
All right, you're back. Okay, what were we saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely very annoying that a lot of things needlessly, or not even needlessly, but just got shafted from SummerSlam this year. The Wyatt Six stuff, Gargano and some type of tag match, man, for those titles. With those titles, I think you could think certain things definitely got shafted this year, and I think the 2-night system, if this is how it's approached every year, will definitely make sense.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. It definitely does. It definitely does. Yeah,
Hmm.
it definitely sucks, bro. It definitely sucks for sure. I was really looking forward to seeing Bo Dallas get back in the ring and kind of do his thing, but we actually, I mean, have a little bit of news on, I guess, what is to come for the Wyatt Six. But Dynamite, man. Let's start you guys off with Dynamite, man. Blood and Guts, Dynamite, July 24th, from Nashville, Tennessee, man. Blood and Guts. The show opens up. Will Ospreay is in the parking lot, and
Hmm.
his tires have been slashed. Okay. Alex Marvez goes up to him, and Will Ospreay's, talking to himself under his breath. And he said to Alex Marvez, he says, "Hey, do you have car keys?" And he says, "Yeah." He says, "Give them to me." He hands him the car keys. He hands him his bag. Alex Marvez throws it in the back seat. They hop in the car, and he says to Will, "Have you ever driven in America?" Will says no and drives off. Um.
I did not
So
understand this.
yeah, I didn't understand the point of this at all because, well, we'll go over the next promo and kind of how this all
Hmm.
turned out. But so,
Correct.
so MJF opens the show for an in-ring promo, man. He comes out there and he says that Ospreay did not have the guts to hit the Tiger Driver because he is a gutless coward. He makes fun of the fans for thinking that Ospreay could beat him when he couldn't even beat Swerve, is Ospreay. He then calls out Swerve and tells him he's waiting for the right moment to pounce. He says Ospreay should take a long, hard look at himself, but maybe putting, putting up the kick pads isn't enough. Maybe hanging up the kick pads isn't enough. He says maybe you need to dig yourself 6 feet under. He then asks Will Ospreay if he had a grandma that passed away recently. He says he can dig a grave next to her, but do it a football field away because we all know that that fat skank needs all the room she can get. Wow. Very choice words for
Right.
Will Ospreay's grandmother. He
What's that?
says Ospreay won't come out there and face him like a man because he is worthless. While he got towards the end of this promo, Excalibur completely was just talking over him, saying
Oh yeah.
he's not here because someone slashed his tires. What? So, okay, so back to the tire slashing segment. Was he at his hotel? Because why the fuck was Alex Marvez at a hotel? And hotel parking lots are above ground. They're not underground
Yeah.
parking facilities. That's the first thing. And if he was at the arena, where the fuck did he drive to? I didn't understand because, I mean, again, maybe they're going to do like a who slashed the tire, kind of, angle. Who slashed Will Ospreay's tires, but I mean, then again, bro, at the end of the day, why would he give a shit if anybody slashed his tires when he is already at the arena? And if he wasn't at the arena, why didn't they clarify where he was? I didn't understand
Is
that
that and
whatsoever.
no? And if he wasn't at the arena, why was Alex Marvez there ready to interview him?
Yeah.
It, when Dynamite, when the intro hit and then faded into the show, and I saw Alex Marvez there, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a starting interview for what's gonna happen tonight.
Yep.
And why would he be there? At like, let's say they are trying to say it's the hotel. First of all, no hotel parking looks like that. That is literally inside the arena.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. You could have done something like I don't know outside the front of the hotel and did this little thing and it would have been better. But you literally did it obviously inside the arena you were just in. Where'd you drive off to? Where were you like canonically? Where were you? Did not understand none of that segment. Didn't get it at all.
Yeah, me neither. And um yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then of course, classic
No,
Excalibur, just talking over the fucking promo as if I want to listen to him. Like, dude, wait till MJF stops talking, then chime in. Don't talk over him. Um,
exactly.
I mean, that is fucking that's got to be commentary 101. I mean, come on, bro. Fucking Bobby Heenan be rolling in his fucking grave right now. Um,
And if you are gonna, even if you're just gonna say a thing like yeah, right, or something, the production should know to turn down your volume, while keeping the promo audio the same. So you only just hear hit faintly in the background. You do a little comment. You don't just fucking do the same. Dude, their audio Dude, their audio guy has to go, bro. I don't know who does that shit, but their audio is literally even right at the start of MJF's promo, they had that audio glitch where it sounds like you're hearing the live mic,
Yeah.
like you're there.
Yeah.
And that gladly got fixed instantly, thank God. But how does that happen? How are you doing this? Like their audio problems are insane.
They are. They really are. Yeah, man. So, uh, yeah. Like I said, man, I did that really clarified to me that didn't understand what was going on. Again, they made it seem like Will Ospreay, and two, if he was leaving the arena again, where the fuck was he going? And wouldn't he want to stay in the arena to see who the fuck slashed his tires?
Like
So yeah, and then Excalibur's talking over MJF saying he's not here because someone slashed his tires. So what hotel is Tony Khan fucking renting out that has a fucking underground parking facility? Because hotel parking doesn't look
literally.
like that. I didn't get it, but whatever.
No.
So yes, he says he says Ospreay will not come out here and face him like a man because he is worthless. He says, speaking of worthless, he wants to talk about the international title. He says the people love the title because it was held by workhorses who tried to earn their affection by working hard. He says working hard is for poors like everybody in the audience. He says people love the belt because it was held by international talent. No, it was not. It was held by Orange Cassidy and John Moxley. Um, I digress.
I guess Pac, if you count Pac as international talent, I guess
Fair,
technically
fair,
he's not
but
wrong.
I don't recall anybody liking
When
any
you
of
say
those rings.
international talent, no, when you say international talent, I'm thinking of Okada or some shit. I'm not thinking of Pac.
Yeah, I just, I mean, man, I think of Pac and guys like that, but I mean, I just don't know anybody that cared for any of those reigns. The only international title reign
No,
that I feel like anybody has any recollection of, but at the same time, nobody has any recollection of it, is Orange Cassidy. And that's just because he held the title for, what, over a year?
that long.
So,
It's something like that.
did absolutely nothing with the belt, but um, I also don't know anybody who likes the belt. But anyways, so yes, he says the international. He says people love the international title because it was held by international talent. Uh, he says, but nobody outside of the U.S. matters. He calls the fans unpatriotic treasonist. He says he needs a title superior like his intellect. Superior like his intellect, upbringing, and his bank account. He says, just like the fans, Daniel Garcia and Will Ospreay, the title is garbage. He deserves the title, as he throws the title in the trash. He deserves a title that symbolizes the best wrestler and country in the world, and he's not talking about the cesspool known as the UK. He reveals the AEW American Championship. This gets USA chance. He says he appreciates the chance, but he's not talking about Nashville when he's referring to America. He's talking about the most magical place on earth, Plainview, Long Island. What do you make
So,
of what do you make of all this?
listen, I get, they're doing the, you'll change the title to, something stupid, um, type thing. Just, you couldn't have made, first of all, you couldn't have made the title look good. I get that they're trying to make it look bad, but I think it's just doing too much to try to make it look bad. You could have just made it look good, and it would have been just as good for story. Second of all, dog, can Tony Khan name something normal for once? like, can you could call it the U.S. title. You could call something the Intercontinental title. You could call something any title. I hate that Tony Khan just fucking makes up these fucking weird names for normal things, bro. The American title. That is, that's gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, bro. Fucking New Japan had a U.S. title. I'm sure TNA at some point probably had some U.S. title. I don't know, they're weird. But you could have a U.S. title and be fine. I don't get it, bro. They have the fucking international title, the All Atlantic it used to be called. Like, and I get that they're doing like the throwback to, Will Ospreay changed the US title to the UK title. Back in New Japan, they're kind of doing a reverse on that, which is cool, but like just call it the US and you could just why'd you have to do the fucking US title like background on the belt? That looks so stupid. I don't know. I think it's really stupid the way they did it. I like the attempt, but I gotta say, they broke that attempt so fucking hard. Title looks stupid, and again, I know that's the point. I don't care. It's a bad. It looks really bad. And it just sounds really bad. The American Championship. Dog. I don't get it.
See, for example, and a lot of these names are gonna sound, stupid for a title, but bear with me. If I were to make a championship
Oh.
for Japan, would I call the title the Japan Championship, or would I call it the fucking Japanese title? I'm gonna call it the Japan Championship. If I'm gonna make a title for Scotland, am I gonna call it the Scotland Championship, or am I gonna call it the Scottish Championship? The what the who came up? Okay, and that's the other thing. MJF had such a cool character arc, and such a fucking cool opportunity at a character arc coming back from all this devil stuff. And he's now, I don't agree with half of social media saying that MJF is, washed and
mad.
But
AEW can't take that man for no reason, so I don't pay attention to those.
Exactly, 100%. I don't agree with that, not one bit. I think MJF's a stud, but what I do agree with is the same old shit. The same old shit, man. When again, look at what we always talk about with the Street Profits, how they failed to evolve. MJF here, I know he can evolve. He showed a glimpse of it. He showed glimpses that he can evolve. And you have him back doing the same old shit. This is what scares me about him re-signing with AEW. I do not want them to ruin his star because, he's very young. So, he does have time to make it up if need be. But, man, now we got this guy doing fucking evil foreigner stuff. He's going to go into Wembley being the evil foreigner with the fucking American Championship with the red, white, and blue stripe. Come on, man. Is that all we fucking got?
Man went through so much progress in storytelling with multiple stories from CM Punk to Adam Cole, basically. Whole change of that man's character, and then you just wipe it. It's like it's like when a game don't got New Game Plus. You know what I mean? You beat the game, you're fucking decked out, you want to go again, and the only way you go again is started from the beginning. It's like, why are we back here doing this shit? Like, was the promo okay? Yeah, it's MJF. It was a fine promo. Did I care? Did the line about his grandma or whatever pop me? No, it didn't. I don't care. I've seen this a million times. He's good at it. I don't agree with Twitter where they say he's not good at it. It's just, it's stale to me. It's already stale to me. I already missed a leather jacket and the connection to the crowd. I like semi good guy MJF, I think it's better than full bad guy MJF. I think you went in the complete opposite direction, and I think it's gonna bite him in the ass, dude. I think it's a fear of yours and a fear of mine, like you just said. It's making the man stale over this next contract and whatnot, dude. I feel, with MJF, if it'll get to a point where if it gets that bad, he will just say something and change it, which I can predict and expect, but don't let it even get to that, bro. And I
Yeah.
think it will. I already don't really care about the story. I'm starting not to because it's just the same old shtick. Just bad guy Dick MJF. We progressed past this.
Yes, that would be like Roman Reigns returning on Saturday night as the big dog. That is the equivalent of what they're doing with MJF. I mean, and now again,
Oh yeah,
I'm not ever comparing MJF, asshole MJF, to big dog Roman Reigns, because obviously it's nowhere near that bad, but we've progressed past the big dog. He is the tribal chief. Why would we ever go back to the big dog? We have progressed past that stage in his career. Now with MJF,
like
we're so past asshole MJF. His character is so, and again, if you wanted to make the guy heel, fine, you could make him heel, but keep him in the leather jacket, keep him doing his thing, and don't have his motive be I hate the audience, this and that, this and that. No, the point is he's supposed to have a connection to the audience because they've been with him through the ride, but maybe he doesn't play up to it as much. Maybe his ambitions
yeah.
nowadays are all these fucking spot monkeys coming into AEW and
Mm-hmm.
ruining the company he loves, and he
Making
can
that
have a
shit.
problem. He can have a problem almost as a CM Punk, almost as a martyr in the
Yeah,
company. Um,
exactly. This is my company, and you're coming in to fuck it up, in my opinion. And I don't like that, and I gotta stop you. You got it right there.
I don't understand, bro. I don't understand why we have to revert him back to this stuff when, again, at least for now, dude, this MJF should have been done with. I mean, I don't know what we're thinking, bro. Evil foreigner MJF going into. I mean, this is what we got for him, man. After everything that
That's
happened,
it.
after everything that happened with the devil, with the fucking storyline with Adam Cole, where it was incredible shit. It was incredible shit, man. It was incredible shit. You know, it seems like the whole Wolf of Wrestling thing just got dumped. They just gave
Already
up on
did.
it. I mean, what was the whole
Literally.
point of all that, man? I mean, but anyways, dude, I mean, I don't understand if you wanted to make the guy heel. I don't understand why we couldn't have just brought him back, have him beat up Adam Cole, take out, those guys or whatever, and then just get on the mic and say, "Look, man, I'm tired of everybody in the locker room." And to the audience, you know, he could, thank him for being along with the journey, but tell him, "Look, man, I don't really care to appease to you guys anymore." And have him leave it at that. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
again, have him tell the audience again, I don't really care to appease you guys anymore because I opened up to you guys and you guys chanted, "Thank you, Joe." Just be like, "No, I'm by myself now, man. I'm the wolf of wrestling, the lone wolf or whatever, you know, there's something along that, something along those lines. Have
Exactly.
him just be a
He can
loner."
be thankful. Exactly. He could be thankful to the crowd that, they do like him, but he's not chasing their affection. He doesn't,
Yes,
at the end of the day, he's not chasing their affection. He doesn't need it, but he is thankful that he does have the crowd's affection. That's all you need.
kind of
Simple
like
as that.
Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a dick, but the fans are low key on my side with something. So I respect them for that. Thanks.
I was gonna
Simple as
say,
that.
in like earlier this year when before Drew McIntyre completely fell off the handles, when he would come out there and say, I thank all the fans that are there for me and are understanding of, me getting screwed over and not getting what I deserve. But the fans that chat CM Punk, I'm done with you guys. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why fan bases are split. You know what I mean? Especially professional wrestling fan bases. So I don't understand why you can't have MJF kind of play that gig where, look, man, all the fans that chanted, "Thank you, Joe," and pray on my downfall and say that I'm washed, fuck you guys. But the fans that I opened up to
Exactly.
and the fans that, were there and appreciate my story and stuff like that, I'm fighting for you guys. But the other guys, I don't know why they can't have them do something like that. But nope, back to hating the whole crowd and fat skanking this, and you guys are unpatriotic, and I'm a patriot, and this and that. I mean, come on, dog. I mean,
Like, bro,
this
what are you
guy is
doing here?
too fucking good for this shit, man. Don't make me
He
don't
is it's a waste.
don't make me fucking think. Don't make me wish this guy would have left this company, Tony. I'm serious, bro.
Don't. Please don't.
So, yes, MJF unveils the American Championship. What kind of shit name is that? You can call the title the U.S. title. You can call the title, I mean, come on, bro. Literally anything.
Something, dude.
Uh,
United States, US,
yeah,
like, bro.
yeah. Um, confetti comes down and the USA, little anthem plays or whatever. Will Ospreay then comes out. He came back to the arena. They said he's back. So where was he leaving
He's
to?
back. Where did he go? What do you mean he's back?
What
I
the
thought he couldn't get here in the first place. Thought
did
that's
he?
what you were implying.
Did he have to run to his hotel to grab his fucking gear? Did he place a McDonald's online mobile order? Then he needed to go. Did he need to go meet the Dasher, his fucking DoorDash guy in the fucking parking lot? Where did he go? What did he did he fucking hear that did he hear that Unrivaled 15 is now on shelves at Target? I mean, what? Where did he go?
Super stupid, dude. Incredibly dumb.
I mean, what the fuck, dude? Man,
Coming back, I don't know where he went, but
what happened?
he's coming back. I don't know where he went, but
Oh,
ain't it?
golly. Osprey. Osprey then gets on the mic and he says, Max, you can try to feed us this horse shit, but no one's eating it. He says he's gonna tell everyone what was going through MJF's damn mind during the match. He says at minute 59, he was breathing out of his asshole. He can't stand it, and there's no way he knew in his mind he could not beat him. So he reached into his trunks, went past his tiny little dick, and pulled out the diamond ring, and hit him in the skull because he couldn't accept in his mind that that Osprey is on his level. And the bad news for him is he talked to Tony and Christopher Daniels. And he got his rematch on home soil, August 25th, at All In.
Look at that.
So, we're getting the rematch, man. We're getting the rematch. So, Pac, this man's been, won the Global Glory 4-Way a couple weeks ago and got himself an international title match. For when, I have no fucking idea. Daniel Garcia's still in the mix or, whatever they had going on. But, yeah, so we're getting the rematch. It looks like we're not getting any variation of those matches, bro. It looks like we're just straight up getting Ospreay and MJF 2 for the American Championship.
Oh, well, what a way to go, man. Well, they just drop the Pac stuff. They'll bring it back in fucking 2 months when the guy comes back. If he's not still on television, who knows? Um, I don't think they're gonna add Daniel Garcia into this at this point. So all that just got dropped. So we'll see where this goes, man. But this been very weird the way they've been doing it.
Definitely. Definitely, man. So, the Elite. The Elite are backstage, and we're going to find out who gets advantage in Blood and Guts. The Elite are all standing over Christopher Daniels as they just attacked him. And, yeah, so much for the authority figure over here. They attacked Christopher Daniels, and they flipped their own coin that I guess gave them the advantage. Regardless, so so much for our fearless authority figure here, Christopher Daniels, man. What a guy.
What an authority figure, man. You just gotta you gotta listen to him, man, or else you're gonna beat him up, I guess. One of the worst authority figures I've seen in recent
Holy
years.
fuck.
He's so bad, dude. He's not like he's the biggest goof, dude.
He really is. He really is. So yeah, I mean that was that. The Elite get the advantage, obviously, as they should anyways, but I don't know where Tony Khan was. I guess CD's there to help Tony out, but when he needs it, Tony Khan, I guess, is nowhere to help out his own boy. But the next match for the world title, Jericho versus Suzuki.
Ugh, man.
Yeah. I remember when I said Tony gets one match, a card. This was that match on this show. Jericho and fucking Suzuki. Holy shit.
Dude,
This was a fucking snoozer.
dude, it was like two fucking snails just fucking facing each other, dude. It was like this shit was so lame, slow, boring, needless. Yeah, like, bro, why?
Man. Jericho wins. Who cares? I mean, honestly, who the fuck cares about anything that Chris Jericho is doing ever?
Really? Like, why?
But according to him, he can still have the best match on any card, on any given night.
Mhm.
According to him, fucking beats me. However, the Learning Tree come out and attack Suzuki afterwards, and we get the return of the wrestler, Katsuyori Shibata, after the match.
Funny part about this part of the match, my sister was in my room talking to me during this part. And when Shibata came out, she laughed and was like, does that just say the wrestler? And I was like, yes. And she thought it was very funny.
It is. It is very
It's
funny.
so stupid.
What kind of
The
nickname is
wrestler.
that? The wrestler.
Oh, that was the best part about that thing. That whole segment and match. Easily the best part.
Yeah, I mean, how fucking long did it take you to come up with that fucking one? Nice going.
But the employee at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, might as well be. So yeah, that was that, and that was Tony's fun for the night. Willow gets attacked in the back by Chris Statlander, and Stokely says, "You know what we want. You know what we're here for." And Stat picks up the CMLL Women's title. Has she been after that? That's fucking news to me.
You know what we're after. I don't actually.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, I have no idea what you're after, Mr. Stokely. I have no fucking idea what you're after. And I didn't even know what belt Willow had. How
I did see she won that shit.
I was gonna say
I was gonna back her.
it was made it was to my knowledge that she was the successor of Stephanie Vaquer, but what? And they challenge her to an eliminator match. Why didn't you just challenge her to a regular title match? All right, whatever. Yeah, so, Willow is, I guess, going to be facing Stat in a eliminator match for the CMLL title. Okay,
Good lord.
wonderful.
Yay. I love it.
We get Bryan Danielson backstage interview. Bryan is talking to Renee about how excited he is for Wembley Stadium as Jeff Jarrett comes in and he says, "Hey Bryan, I'm sorry to break up your interview, but you know more than anybody that I was crushed, that I did not win the Owen. But I do have to say, Bryan, you were the perfect guy. You were the perfect guy to win, and I just have to let you know that you are facing a champion that is dialed in, and he understands Bryan has physical healing to do, but he also suggests that Bryan has mental healing as well. He says it sounds like Bryan has one foot out the door, or even making excuses. He tells Bryan he needs to go. He tells Bryan he needs to go all in, and he tells him that he believes in him. Or he tells Bryan a lot of people believe in him, and I am at the top of that list. And he walks off. And Renee asked Bryan what that meant to him, and he said he's got some thinking to do. Man, what did you think about this, man? And yeah, what did you think about this whole segment?
I didn't mind it, dude. I was confused at first when I just saw Jeff Jarrett walking up. My first thought was, oh god. But I like what it turned into, man. He basically just told him, man, stop all the excuses about this and that, and just fucking lock in. And that I like it, dude. I like it.
Absolutely, bro. See, I thought a lot of the same stuff, man. When I seen Jeff Jarrett, I was like, okay, this is interesting. But, as it went on, I actually really loved the acknowledgement of Bryan having one foot out of the door, like Jarrett says, and I like the acknowledgement of Bryan, I like the acknowledgement of Bryan almost sounding like he's making excuses, saying, "Oh, I don't want to win the world title. I don't want to do it and all this stuff." And it's only, he's counting himself out of the game already. And I like the acknowledgement of Jeff Jarrett saying, "Hey, dude, it sounds like you have one foot out the door. Like, why are you making excuses?" And then, saying, a lot of people believe in you, man. So, I really love this. I thought this pushed the story forward, and I like the story that we're going for of Bryan being such a nice guy and kind of just being in it, for the wrestling because he loves it and he loves to wrestle and it's his passion. But you got somebody like Jeff Jarrett coming along saying, "Hey, dude, you gotta stop worrying about," or you have to, like he says, you have to dial in here because you're facing a champion that's dialed in, and you're already counting himself out of the game pretty much. And I like somebody calling him out on that, because it definitely is a little frustrating from a fan's perspective when Bryan wins the tournament and he's on interviews saying, I don't really want to win the world title. I mean, what good does that do for your main event? I mean, Bryan, dude, I love you. You're one of my favorite professional wrestlers of all time, but like, come on, dude. I mean, we can sell the main event of All In a little bit better than that, I think. But yeah, I love this, man. I love the purpose of this because, again, from a fan's perspective, it is very frustrating to hear about, Bryan like I said, winning tournaments and then turning around in interviews and saying, yeah, I don't really want to win that. I don't really want to do it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, but I definitely, I like how it progresses, the story of Brian having an epic last run. And I think, Swerve is, if Swerve drops the title to Danielson, I actually want that to happen because everybody's so, hung up on, well, Swerve's got to look legitimate. Swerve's got to look legitimate, bro. He does, okay? And he's so young. He's going to have so many more championship reigns. At least I think he's around 32-ish, bro. So he's going to have so many more world championship reigns, bro. And if this is really Brian's last run, if I'm Tony Khan, bro, I'm giving him the AEW World Championship as a part of his accolades, dude. He deserves it more than anybody. So, and Swerve will be okay.
Exactly. Swerve will be okay. Tony Khan obviously does like Swerve and puts time into Swerve. So I think, Swerve will come back around into this, into the world title picture eventually again. And I say I think you give it to Brian, man. I think you can. Swerve will be fine. Losing to Brian is no bad thing. It's really not. And I think both parties could benefit from Brian winning.
Yes, absolutely. Britt Baker defeated Hikaru Shida. She defeated her with a lockjaw. Afterwards, Mercedes comes out and she asks the audience if they want to see her versus Britt at All In. She says no. And from behind, we see the very awaited debut of Camille from NWA. Camille finally makes her AEW debut as a heater for Mercedes Moné. I think this is a good role for her. I think it's good. I think it's going to be good to get her in this role, put her on television, and it'll actually get her a decent amount of spotlight because we all know if Camille came into AEW as Camille would not be seen ever.
No, ever. So, smart way to do it, man. Fucking Excalibur commentary. Fucking tried to save Tony Khan's ass, but made him sound even stupider with the situation. Talking about, she's been on the free agency for months now. Come on, bro. We know she hasn't.
Yeah. She's been in the company. Tony just doesn't have a fucking clue.
Exactly.
Come on.
So I heard that. I was like, come on, bro. But good role for her, and I'm down. I'm trying to see how it goes. I like it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, yeah, it is a good role for her, man, and I think it's going to do, hopefully, it's going to do what being with MJF did for Wardlow, is get him on TV, keep him relevant, and keep him in big time spots. And I think it'll legitimize Mercedes more as a heel. So I think it's a good move, and I definitely approve of it, man. And it's nice to finally see her. And I hope that we actually get a nice little run out of her in AEW, man. But, Pac defeated Boulder from Iron Savages. I was thinking about this while I was watching this match. Could you imagine what WWE could have done with the production of Bear Country?
Oh, they could have been dope, dude. They could have been real good. They gave me the feel of a mix of Heavy Machinery and War Machine. They gave me a mix of that, man. They could have been great over there.
100%. I could absolutely see that for sure. Pac got a new entrance production where those little grates at the back of the tunnel, they were filming him through the grates, and you just see his face with his hair all down in front of it, and you just see them kind of, B-rolling past his face, and it was a really cool It was really cool production. I really liked it, man. Pac picked up the victory. I guess still on his quest for a Wembley moment, even though he has a international title shot. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
But
Yeah, we'll have to see about all that. But yeah, man. Yeah. Is there anything you had to say on Pac versus Boulder?
just I really wonder what they're gonna do with Pac, man. I really do.
Definitely, man. I really hope, I think something like Ricochet would be very good for him. I think I see a lot of people bringing that up. The possibility of a Ricochet match. I think that would be really nice for him. But we'll just have to wait and see, bro. So
Hmm.
um, yeah, man. Team AEW was bickering in the back, but they were brought back together by Mark Briscoe because they all have the common enemy. So, yeah, man. So classic backstage Mark Briscoe promos, man. They're always great, and he's always a very fired up uh, character on the mic for sure.
Oh, always, man. So great, great to see Mark Briscoe, man.
Definitely. Mariah May debuted her solo version of herself. She debuted the glamour Mariah
Hmm.
May as she fought Caitlin Alexis. Um, Mariah came out with the bloody shoe, and they were filming it while she was wrestling, and it was just kind of sitting there on the steel steps. It still had Tony's blood on it. I love that. I love that. I thought that was a
Oh, this
nice
is sick.
touch.
Hmm.
Um,
It's like her Tommaso Ciampa crutch. I like it a
yes,
lot. I like when someone uses something against someone and then they like keep that thing as a part of them. Love that shit.
yeah, definitely. Mariah beats Caitlin Alexis as Mariah pump fakes with Tony Storm's music after the match. And she laughs because, she pulled a fast one on everybody. And right after the music goes off, somebody in a disguise comes out, hops up into the ring in a black wig, takes the black wig off, and it is none other than Tony Storm as a big pull apart brawl happens as Tony's trying to get at her. She grabs the mic and she asks Mariah if she's ready to die because I am.
Oh yeah.
Man, I love me some Tony Storm, bro. I love me some Mariah May. I think they're killing it. I think they're doing a great job, and I hope they put on a fucking banger at All In. I really do.
I hope so, dude. I hope they get the time. I hope they get a good spot on the show because we all know how bad Tony Khan is with that.
Yeah,
Um, hope they get a great spot in the time, and I can't wait. This genuinely is probably the best thing going into All In. It's been so great.
absolutely. Team AEW versus the Elite. Man,
God damn.
this is a good one, bro. This was a good one, man.
Mhm.
Jack Perry and Darby Allin were out first as they did not start off in the cage. They started off in the crowd, dumping trash on each other, just fighting throughout the crowd and whatnot. So Jack Perry and Darby Allin were up first. Darby Allin was getting choked with a cable. Out next came Nicholas Jackson of the Young Bucks, and then out second for the AEW team was Mark Briscoe. Holy shit. Am I
Oh yeah.
fucking glad that this was not Eddie Kingston in this match and it was Mark Briscoe. Um,
Just get the chops. The fucking the
uh,
rapid fire chops.
if I had to fucking see those fucking machine gun chops and blood and guts, I probably would have climbed on top of the cage myself and fucking nosedived to the outside, Chris Benoit
Yeah.
style, diving headbutt to myself. So, yeah, that's how that would have went. Um, Out third for the Elite and Team AEW were Matthew Jackson and Anthony Bowens. Matt and Nick came out with these Young Bucks crates. We did not know what was in them until a little bit later. Bowens was stabbing Jack Perry with scissors, and then he would open up the scissors and put them inside of Jack Perry's mouth.
Fucking A.
I as brutal as it was, I like that they did include the scissors as a part of the definitely
cool.
Yeah. Okada and Max Caster were out fourth for the Elite in AEW. Okada comes out with the Rainmaker Drive sign. Man, from Anarchy in the Arena, man. Everybody remembers Rainmaker Drive, right? And then he fucking and then he just proceeded to fucking bunny hop the barricade right afterwards. Rainmaker Drive, bro. I need to get me one of those signs.
I was gonna say they should really, obviously their merch is horrible, but I'm not even a giant Okada guy. I'd probably buy a fucking Rainmaker Drive sign because how cool it is.
That is very cool. But we don't need you buying that, man. We need you buying $40 AEW company logo shirts.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
$40 fucking dollars. Or better yet, Sir K, if you do need a hoodie, you can buy a AEW logo hoodie. Not a talent, a AEW logo hoodie for $75. There you go. It's yours. It's yours, man.
God,
all you gotta
dollars.
Yep.
Ooh.
All you gotta do.
Have they even made one with the new logo? I don't think they have.
Actually, you know what? Now that you say that, every time I see those AEW merch tables, I don't think it is the new logo.
No, it's still the old logo.
Oh, brother.
You gotta pay $75 for an outdated logo.
I seen they have the Who's House shirt. The last one I seen, they have the Who's House shirt, and they have the Will Ospreay Billy Goat Skull shirt. Those are the only talent shirts they have. Ospreay and Swerve, and the Swerve shirt is fucking ugly. I'm sorry, but come up with better merch than a fucking giant silhouette of a house that looks like shit, and it says Who's House in it. You can't come up with anything else for Swerve Strickland than a fucking silhouette of a house? Are you serious? This is your champion. Okay.
Well, so they actually do have the new logo on just a t-shirt, no hoodie. But they do have it on 2 hoodies, but they're 4th of July specials.
4th of July specials. Oh. Oh, man.
Good Lord. The old logo looked better. God damn it.
I don't mind either of them, to be honest.
I don't mind it, but still.
Well, yeah, so, that's why there's no Rainmaker Drive sign, bro. We got to get you buying the $40 company shirts. So,
oh yeah.
So, Max Caster comes out with a mic after Okada comes out. He's slamming people with the Rainmaker Drive sign. Max Caster comes in, starts beating people with the mic. I like how up until this point, basically everybody has came out with some sort of weapon, aside from like Perry and Jack Perry, Perry and Darby, who started the match. But Bucks came out with their crates. Anthony Bowens came out with got the scissors fairly quickly. The Rainmaker Drive, and then the mic for Max Caster. Anthony Bowens was slammed on a barbed wire piece of plywood, and then he was sandwiched in between 2 barbed wire sheets of plywood, and swantoned by Nick Jackson while he was sandwiched with the barbed wire. Brutal spot.
Insane.
Max
Crazy as
Caster.
fuck.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Ooh, that was unsettling, bro. Max Caster
Mhm.
takes tacks in the mouth and then gets super kicked by the Bucks. He then gets super kicked by the Bucks. Hangman and Hangman was supposed to come out fifth, and he did not. He was nowhere to be seen. And I had a feeling where they were going with this.
Yeah.
Obviously he didn't want to be in the match either way, so he was gonna wait until Swerve came out. And when Swerve comes out, I don't know how he wasn't watching his back, but he was not. And Hangman comes running up from behind him, beats the shit out of him before he gets in the cage. And while this is happening, there is a barbed wire scissor me timbers to Nick Jackson. Bowens wrapped it around his leg, which I did not imagine the Acclaimed were going to get down like this. I really didn't imagine. But they actually did very good for what they were given. And I thought too. Same with Okada. I didn't really expect him to get too crazy, which he didn't. But for what he did, I was very pleasantly surprised.
Definitely, man. I was very shocked at the amount of, it, to the extent that a lot of people in the match, like, obviously, Young Bucks do shit. Obviously, Darby does shit. Hangman will do shit. Swerve ain't afraid of blood. But for like you said, like the Acclaimed, did not expect them to go that tough.
Yeah, but they were going crazy, bro. They were going crazy. So Hangman attacks Swerve, handcuffs him to the cage in a crucifying position. Matt gets on the mic and he threatens to fire Hangman. He says, "What the hell are you doing? Get in the ring or you're fired." And then he forces them to start the match even though Swerve was not in the cage yet. What happened to these guys not having power?
It's different every second. They
Yeah.
have powers 1 second, then they don't. It's so confusing and fucking nonsensical.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is, bro. So, um, Jarrett then comes out with the keys. He then comes out with the keys to unlock Swerve. Brandon Cutler tries to stop him. Didn't Jack Perry beat him up last week? Why is he coming out to help the Elite?
For the spot, I guess.
That was a little odd. But Daddy Ass then comes out behind Brandon Cutler and he punches him. He then turns around. Jarrett hits him with a guitar. They unlock Swerve and they bolt cut the cage, not the door because the door had already been locked. They bolt cut a hole in the cage for Swerve to get in there. Now the match was going okay up until this point, but once Swerve got in, everything changed. And I mean, like, the match started going. Yes, the whole pace of the match. Like, Swerve got in there and just started fucking cooking up, bro. So the Young Bucks open their cases and they are full of staple guns. As Swerve is in the corner with the staple gun by Hangman, they all surround Swerve and they start stapling him as they're all holding the staple guns out as if they're fucking Glock 9s and they're about to fucking cap each other. They're holding them out, pointing them at each other, and Jack Perry gets behind Swerve and he staples his back, which led everybody to get in, and everybody starts stapling Swerve. Swerve then all of a sudden gets up and just starts hitting move after move after move, and they were all ended with a staple. I believe he hit He hit like a backbreaker to Jack Perry and then stapled him in the neck. Okada went to hit him with the Rainmaker, and he twirls him out, and he's about to hit the lariat, and he throws up his middle finger, and Swerve staples his middle finger. I can't remember what exactly he did to the Bucks, but then Swerve turned around, and right after he hit Okada, or right after he stapled Okada, he ducked Hangman's, because Hangman was going to hit him with the buckshot. He ducks it, and Hangman buckshot lariats Okada. And then Swerve kicks Hangman's knee out, so Hangman drops to his knees. He staples him in the jaw and then hits him with a house call. It goes to commercial, and during commercial break, Page and Swerve fought into the back, and this was the last we've seen of them. We come back from commercial. Bowens gets thrown through 4 tables by Nick Jackson. Mark Briscoe starts hitting a J Driller party to everybody. He then hits Matt Jackson with a froggy bow through the table in no man's land at the little middle part. Darby Allin monkey bars a fucking coffin drop from the top of the cage. That was pretty epic.
Love that shit.
They then get Jack Perry crucified on the cage and start kendo sticking him. They start kendo sticking Jack Perry. Mark Briscoe then grabs the scapegoat chair and smacks Jack Perry square in the fucking head with the chair. Now, hold your horses. I heard this was a gimmick chair. So if that's the case, that's definitely better, but how are you going to say you're the safest wrestling company around, man? I mean, come on. Could we please take a moment to remember when Tony Khan said that? Come on, bro.
Hey, bro, you're giving the CTE shot, fucking injecting this shit right into his fucking frontal lobe, and come on, bro. That did not. That was something. Like you said, I heard they used some type of gimmick chair where it's like half the weight or something.
Yeah.
Or it's super thin, but still, bro, kind of unnecessary. But it looked brutal nonetheless, obviously.
It did. And if we are gonna do gimmick chairs for these kind of spots, can we please do a fucking chair shot to the head? If we are gonna do them, we gotta do this shit like once every fucking 3 to 5 years. This cannot be we use a gimmick chair, so that allows us to do chair shots to the head every fucking 2 months. That's what scares me with AEW, because they have a history with liking to blow their load. Look at how much they do fucking table spots. Or bleeding.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna blow their load with this shit.
That scares me. Like, if we're gonna do a chair shot to the head and it's a gimmick chair and it's half the weight and it's, whatever, all right. But still, even if it is a gimmick chair, this needs to be something that is a gimmick, okay? Not a weekly occurrence, So
Exactly.
They hit him in the head with a chair. Darby pours gas on Jack Perry. Darby Allin then gets on the mic and asks them if they quit. He says, give me a match. Give me the TNT title match at All In. And quit, or I light him on fire. Matt then says, they say no. Jack Perry's saying no. And right as Darby goes to walk away from Matt Jackson, he says, okay. You got your match. I'm an EVP. I can make it happen. You got your match. We quit. This is too much. This is too much. It doesn't need to go this far. And the Elite lose. A lot of people hated this ending. A lot of people did not like this ending at all. When Actually, if you ask me, to be honest, bro, this was honestly one of the
That's the best way
better
to do
AEW Blood and Guts endings. I don't understand. Uh, and it always seems like people say that every time there's an I Quit match. Every time there's an I Quit match, people say, "Oh, well,
Oh,
the ending was flat." Well,
what's
it's.
the point?
I was gonna say it's. I mean, it's not really the endings to I Quit matches aren't really always gonna be the most flashiest thing. It's gonna end at a resting period where wrestler A or B has had enough with what and they quit due to whatever. Now, obviously, there are some spots that are a bit stupid. Like
Mm,
the Clash at the Castle one, where AJ was scared of some steel steps. Um, when again he was only handcuffed by one arm, bro. I mean, he could have kicked Cody while he had the fucking steps above his head. He could have jumped out of the ring, and still kind
it's a
of
lot.
been. I mean, he could have dodged. I mean, he could have dodged a little bit of the damage, but whatever. I don't know, but honestly, dude, this was the best way to go about it. It makes sense out of the Elite. Jack Perry didn't quit himself. Jack Perry was gonna fucking let him light him on fire. It was Matt Jackson that was like, okay, oh, we're not going this far. And it also made sense out of Darby Allin getting a match at All In. It makes sense out of that as well. So, it
Mm,
kind of killed two birds with one stone, man. And I think it was genius. And I don't understand how people thought that felt flat at all. Because again, not only are you making sense out of the blood and guts match, having an ending, is because they did not want to see their friend's whole entire body get fucking lit up into fucking smithereens, but you're also making sense out of the reason for the TNT title match at All In. And I think it makes perfect fucking sense. And I thought that this Blood and Guts was one of the better Blood and Guts that we've seen. The first one sucked. The second one was okay. The second one was okay. The one with the JAS and the BCC, the Elite and BCC was okay as well. But this one was one of my favorite Blood and Guts matches, to be honest. And I really don't understand I don't understand how it was controversial at all, and I'm so glad. Don't even get me started on how fucking glad I am that it was Mark Briscoe in the match instead of Eddie Kingston.
Oh, 100%. Very glad for that, and I really like the ending, man. Um, yeah, maybe it was a little awkward, but that's kind of the point of a I Quit match ending is the person giving up. They're done. They're not gonna let this final extreme thing that's too over the edge for them to happen, and they give up. They quit. That's kind of the whole point of the thing. So, and it wasn't no, like you said, no AJ Styles shit, or something you could easily avoided. I mean, Jack Perry was double handcuffed, crucified,
Couldn't
fucking
move.
doused
Yeah.
in gasoline, couldn't move. They were gonna set that man ablaze.
Yeah.
And he didn't say I quit. Someone did it for him. Perfect way to do it. I really like the way they do it. I like how they tied in the TNT title match. And I think it was a success, man. This is probably their best blood and guts they put on yet.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to talk about an ending that looks stupid, just go back and watch the first Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
Instead of MJF had Jericho on top of the cage, and instead of one of the guys trying to sneak up there to fucking help Jericho without MJF seeing, they all just crowded to the stage and said, "Please don't throw him. We quit."
Please don't do it. We quit. And what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna throw a fucking guy
Yeah.
away.
And
Oh,
Jericho's just
that's
standing there like all lousy, as if he can't fucking counter. Um,
oh yeah.
I don't, if you wanted to have one guy go to the stage and distract MJF while you had fucking two other members of the inner circle climbing up the other side of the cage where MJF didn't see him, to where they can go up there and stop him. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, this made all the sense in the world. It progressed stories for All In. Not only did
It
you
did.
progress Swerve and Hangman, which isn't happening at All In, but what is probably happening at All In is Okada and Hangman Page.
Mhm.
As for the tag title match, I'm assuming it's gonna be the Acclaimed and the Bucks. I'm assuming.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
And then you made the ultimate sense out of Darby Allin and Jack Perry. So this was actually one of my favorite Blood and Guts matches, and I actually really enjoyed this one. And I didn't see a problem with it at all. And I think everybody in the match played their part, bro. Played their part, which, like I said, man, if a match like this were to have a guy like Eddie Kingston, man, I definitely think I would have been a little upset with some performances, mainly his. But no, man, but I thought the Bucks did great. I thought the Acclaimed surprised me. I didn't think they were going to be that good in the match. Okada did okay for what, the spots he was given. Mark Briscoe was awesome. Darby Allin is a stud. Swerve changed the match. I mean, he raised everybody's, he raised the bar, in terms of what everybody was, doing in the match as soon as he got in. I thought it was great, and it was one of my favorite Blood and Guts matches that they've ever done, and it progressed so much story, and I cannot stress to you guys, I've been saying this all summer. That they needed to tell stories and progress stories, and they did that, and I'm very happy.
I am. I'm very happy with Blood and Guts. I think it was a success, and I think it did really great. It helped All In a lot.
Yeah. Look at that, bro. AEW getting their flowers from the Notorious heels. How long's that been?
Okay.
Wow.
Fucking like 2 years at this fucking point.
Man. Oh, no, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So that was AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts. That was Blood and Guts, man. Our summer tradition for Blood and Guts, man. I thought it was great. And if they can use Blood and Guts every single year to progress stories going into All In, that's what you need to do. And I'm glad that Tony is getting somewhat of his shit together, and finally starting to tell some stories and do some good stuff, man. So I'm very, 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 very happy with how everything turned out.
Definitely.
Monday Night Raw. SmackDown was taped. Absolutely nothing to talk about for SmackDown. Yeah. Well, it did include Solo Sikoa saying, Roman Reigns, if you got a problem, you know where to find me. But yet, people hear The Rock's movie is wrapped up, and all of a sudden, they don't think Roman's returning anymore, is the rumor. Why the fuck would Solo say that? Why would they have Solo say that? And what good would The Rock doing? What? I mean, I'm thinking The Rock comes back after Roman, so he can reveal himself as the guy behind Solo's bloodline, the fucking the fucking the High Glazer.
A High Glazer. I like it.
Exactly. Solo may be the tribal chief, but again, there needs to be a high chief, or in this case, a high glaze.
High glaze.
So
I like my donuts.
As long as I see him standing in the dark with the fucking with the light shining off that fucking Brahma bull belt, and then he's fucking standing off looking around into the sky, just fucking feeling the fuck out of himself. That's all I need. So so nothing on SmackDown too much. Like I said, it was a taped episode. They were in Japan. Doing their thing, bro. So yeah, that was that.
Exactly.
Monday Night Raw from I guess yesterday now, since we're past midnight. From July 29th. From St. Paul, Minnesota. My main man Logan texted our group chat during the show, and he was telling us that during the WrestleMania 41 ads that were held in the arena, the fans were booing them. It should have been us.
It really should have been us, man. But Might begin in London, man. You never know. It looks like on our upcoming plate, either SummerSlam in Minnesota or Mania London. We got some options. We'll figure it out.
We absolutely do. We absolutely do, man. So the show opens up with Rollins coming out in his referee gear. He says, "We are here to announce the rules and regulations, so let's go ahead and not waste any time. Let's bring these two morons out here." Out comes CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Rollins tells them they cannot lay their hands on each other or that the match is canceled. Punk gets out of the ring and they tell him to get back in because they have Punk gets out of the ring and they tell him to get back in the ring because he needs to have better self-control. Punk says he's not scared of them. He's scared of what he's going to do. Well,
that's right.
Yeah, just ask Tony Khan what Punk's going to do.
Exactly.
He tells them that's not going to work. Rollins tells Punk that's not going to work. He tells him to get in the ring or I'm going to give this shirt back to Pierce because I did not have to be the ref. I volunteered because you two idiots scared off all the officials. Drew, he walks up to Seth and he says, see, me and you are a lot alike. We are concerned with the future of the company, but corporate man Punk here is going to screw it all up for us because all he does is poison people's minds like the kids in NXT and all of these fans. Rollins says, well, if there's anyone that hates Punk as much as you, it's me. But I think you're overlooking that if there's anybody that hates you as much as Punk, it's me as well. Seth says there is only one rule and regulation at SummerSlam, and that is they will listen to everything. You guys will listen to everything I have to say. He says he'll count to 3 when he wants. He says Punk will tap out when I say you can tap out. He says countouts are when I decide. I might decide to count to 10. I might decide to count to 20. I might decide to count to 1,000,000. And disqualifications are at referee's discretion. Punk says he hopes Rollins referees better than he dresses because he does not believe that Seth will be unbiased, but if you screw me, you will have to deal with that later. But if I can ask you one thing, do not help me beat him. Drew says Punk should be worried about me. You should be worried about the 265-pound Scottish dude you've been screwing over. He says, I hate you. He says, I hate you. You've poisoned everyone's mind, and I can't go anywhere without hearing your stupid name. He says, at the Rumble, I didn't even try to hurt you. Imagine what is going to happen on Saturday. He says he's going to violently assault him. Remember when Drew used to talk like that, bro? He's bringing us back to the old 2018 days. I'm going to viciously annihilate and assault and decimate. Terry, man, come on, bro. That Drew McIntyre was hilarious, bro. I'm going to viciously annihilate and assault you. What?
I hope not.
Who the fuck?
He's a crime.
God. Oh, man. But he says, imagine what I'm going to do to you on Saturday. I'm going to violently assault you, and I'm not going to stop until your heart does. Oh, shit.
God damn. That is a crime.
Punk says, I was gone for 10 years, and they've chanted my name. Nowadays, they sing his song as he points at Rollins. You're just the third wheel here. And he says the one positive thing about Punk derangement syndrome is that he says the one positive for Punk derangement syndrome, which both of you have, is that you guys get to breathe the air that I breathe. He says, he looks at Drew and he says, hurting me was the worst thing you ever did. But hurting me is also the best thing you ever did for your career. He says, he says, for everything Drew has going for him, he's so stupid and he dumbs himself out of every position. He says that he may not be as fast or as strong as Drew, but he has heart. He asked Drew what he has. And then Drew holds up the bracelet. Punk goes to hit him, but he realizes, he can't hit him as the segment went off the air, man. So this was one of the better parts. This was probably the peak of Monday Night Raw at fucking 7 o'clock. And then, yeah, I mean, that was kind of it. That was kind of it in terms of most of the interesting stuff. There was a couple more interesting things on the show, but man, I mean, the Punk, Drew, and Rollins segment was very good, man. I liked it, and I thought it was a good way to, leave us off for SummerSlam, and I thought it was a good way to leave us off with a actual, one-on-one interaction and promo interaction before this big match, and I am just praying that Punk does not get injured, because I am very scared.
Oh, I'm 100% scared. Not to fear with CM Punk at this point, man. It's just, he's old. It's very, very possible. So I hope nothing happens. I hope it goes really well.
Yeah.
But I like what they've been building, man. I like what they've been building, and like what they did here. Great promo between all of them. I like the dynamic they're setting up, man. And I like the feel going in SummerSlam. I'm excited for the match.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, we get a Judgment Day backstage as Liv Morgan destroyed the clubhouse. Dom is acting like he doesn't know who did it. Rhea says Liv stepped over the line and she's going to have to take care of her. Carlito walks up holding the fucking destroyed PS5 and he says, hey, what are we going to do about this? Is this going to get replaced? Or as Rhea just looks at him and she looks at the rest of them and she says, why is this guy still here? Finn is telling Damian Priest to handle Sammy and Jay as Carlito says, I have an idea. As then he comes back a little bit later on, and he says he got Dom a match with Sami Zayn. And then once he threw Dom under the bus, Rhea kind of threw him under the bus and say, okay, I'm going to get you a match with Jey Uso then. So that was that.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like Liv, destroying the clubhouse, and Dom's shady in all this, bro. Dom's very shady in all this, dude. He definitely, there's definitely a little something going on, man. I mean, how is he going to sit there and act like he don't know who destroyed the fucking clubhouse? I mean, it's very obvious.
Exactly. I like what they're doing there. I like what they're doing with Dom. I like how he's either in on it with Liv or he's genuinely dumb, character-wise, and doesn't understand, and is kind of heartbroken with the Liv stuff. So either or, and I'm down for it either way. I like where it's going.
For sure, man. So the Creeds versus Otis and Akira Tozawa. Okay, first of all, why in the fuck do the Creeds have no new presentation whatsoever? Okay, first of all, Otis and Tozawa are still coming out to Alpha Academy Trons and the Alpha Academy theme music. Meanwhile, the Creed brothers are coming out to their generic fucking theme song. They look like jobbers wearing those stupid fucking plain singlets. And they come out mid-commercial. How are you expecting this group to flourish if you're already... What do we always say, dude? Presentation is reality. You present them like
Mhm.
fucking jobbers, they come off like fucking jobbers.
Exactly. I don't understand what they're doing with that. I don't understand their process right now of, getting people just, up in I don't know, dude. Their process has been the Triple H process with you getting over is so weird, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're doing weird stuff with all this, man, and I don't like it.
I don't understand. I do not understand one bit, bro. I mean, man, these guys couldn't look more fucking bland, dude. I mean, are you see? This was supposed to be the turning point for them. This was supposed to be the Creed brothers finally, getting to be a legit tag team in WWE. You put them with Chad Gable, and you would fucking think it would be a match made in heaven. And so far, I mean, I know we're only a
Mhm.
couple weeks in, man, but I mean, these guys just look utterly fucking generic.
Yeah, they're just guys with them. They're not. Where's the identity? Yeah, Chad Gable has a group identity. You can at least use that. Like, what are you doing here, bro?
So, the Creed brothers hit Otis with a double back suplex off the top rope to secure the victory for themselves. Gable and the Creeds attack Otis afterwards. Gable's got him in an ankle lock. Maxine jumps on his back, slaps him in the face. Gable starts yelling at her as the Wyatt Six piano starts to ring out through the arena. As the Wyatt Six, three of them, Gacy, Rowan, and Loomis, all are coming from the ramp as Gable and the Creeds are standing in the ring. Gable and the Creeds are standing in the ring waiting for, these guys to, get down there. Gable turns around and Nikki Cross is on the top rope. She jumps on Chad Gable, takes him out. As these guys are all standing on the apron, everybody except for Bo, like I said, Gacy, Rowan, and Loomis, they're standing on the ring apron and they just clear as day take off their masks, bro. They all take off their masks. Dude, I did not know Dexter actually fucking had dreads.
Yeah, I thought it was just a headpiece, part of the
Yeah.
the mask and shit. I thought it was like on some Kane shit. No, he actually grew dreads, dude. He looks dope. He's got the X on his forehead. It looks like a Rob Zombie, dude. He looks sick as fuck.
That man, he took that off. He took the mask off, and I seen the dreads go with the mask, but then the dreads were still there. And I was like, wait a minute. This motherfucker actually has dreadlocks.
Look at that, dude. That's heat. I like it. His look looks great, dude.
It does. It does. He has a really cool look. Joe Gacy has a really cool look with the kind of slightly grown out hair, and it's kind of all in front of his face or whatever. Rowan's always had a
Mhm.
cool look, man. So man, everybody looks great, bro. Everybody looks great, and I'm fucking so glad we finally shed the masks for the rest of the group because they look great, man. They look fucking great. So they take off the masks. They attack the Creed brothers as Chad Gable, Nikki Cross kind of took care of him. Gable, the Creeds. The Creeds are down on the mat, and Loomis runs at the ropes. Joe Gacy pops him up for a pop-up powerbomb. Powerbombs Dexter Loomis on top of the Creed brothers, and Rowan then hits a double cross body on both, Julius and Brutus, and the Wyatt Six stand tall, bro. The Wyatt Six stand tall as Gable starts to retreat. We then see the silhouette behind him of Bo Dallas and her Uncle Howdy, man. So that was that, and we actually have, the Wyatt Six stuff is not done for the night, so we'll get back to them in a little bit, man. But as for this segment itself, bro, I thought it was great. I'm so glad we finally are getting these guys shedding the masks, and thankfully, it's just very nice to know that Dexter Lumis will not be wrestling in a fucking beak. So that's very nice. Again, keep him for the entrance all you want. It's a great fucking look. It's a great aesthetic. It's great silhouettes. But yeah, if you were ever contemplating having these guys fucking wrestle in those masks, you were out of your fucking marbles, man. So yeah, man. I mean, I enjoyed it very much, and I thought, this was a huge step in the direction of the Wyatt Six. I just wish Bo Dallas and Chad Gable would have been put on SummerSlam, man. I thought that could have been epic.
Exactly. I think they really should have. I think they deserve to be on that fucking show. And it's really unfortunate they're not. But thank God, dude. I don't know if Taylor's listening to us. I don't know who's listening to us. But every time we say something about this group, the next week, that thing that we're concerned about, the opposite happens. And I'm glad it's been going that way, man.
Yeah.
They shed the mask. And that's good, man. That's good. I like where they're going with this. And I really like it, man. Thank God they're shedding those masks. They should not be wrestling in those things. They all look great, dude. This is why they don't need those masks, because they look fucking great.
Yep, absolutely. Hunter, my bad, dude. I haven't got to your questions, dude. He says, do you see Sammy and Jay getting involved in Solo versus Cody? No, I do not. I think Jay gets involved first, and I think that doesn't happen until the fall. And I think Sammy gets involved in the fall as well. And I think Sammy will be one of their pieces going into War Games. So I think that's how that's going to go. If anything, I wouldn't have anybody get involved. I would have Roman come out after, whether he comes out with Jimmy or whether he comes out with Heyman or whatever. I see something like that happening, but no, I don't see Sammy or Jay getting involved just yet. No, they will not be wrestling in masks. Thank fucking God.
Thank God, dude.
Could you imagine Joe Gacy hitting his fucking springboard lariat in a fucking pig mask? I mean, come on, dog.
The fucking gas mask part is flopping around mid.
Oh my God.
I'm glad they dropped that shit.
Oh, dude. Whew. Rough. Thank God, bro. Thank God. So, yes. I hope we continue to do stuff like this, man, for the Wyatt Six, and continue to squash the doubt, bro. So, next, we had Bronson Reed defeating Sheamus. Sheamus went to hit the brogue kick as the ref was not looking. Pete Dunne hit Sheamus in the head with a shillelagh, which led to Bronson hitting the tsunami and securing the victory, man. So he beat Sheamus in what was a pretty good match, man. Pretty good.
Definitely great to see, those two being used. Don't love the theme song for one of them, but or both of them in its own way. But like that they're being used, man. I like the small story they've been fucking telling.
Yeah, that Sheamus song is rough, bro. That is rough.
That's gotta be their top 5 worst, dude. That's so bad.
Oh, it's horrible. It's so horrible. Yeah. Oh God. Damian Priest is cutting a backstage promo. He says, Priest talks about how Gunther has had everything handed to him. He says Gunther thinks that he is street trash, but to Priest that translates to Puerto Rican badass. And all Gunther is European ingenuity, which translates to you're an asshole. I like that. See, this promo wasn't so bad, man, but typical Damian Priest. So we'll get to it at the end. He says, but the one thing you couldn't get he says Gunther is European ingenuity, which translates to you're an asshole. But the one thing you can't get handed to you is this, the World Heavyweight Championship. He says that at SummerSlam, the ring becomes the streets, and I'm going to rob you, and you're going to get mugged of the idea that you can take the world title from me. He says, I have lived to fight for everything I've got, and now I'm willing to die for it. Are you? He says, Saturday, I welcome you to my America, General.
Oh,
As he
America.
fucking salutes.
God damn it, Priest, you're doing really fucking good.
If he could have just fucking left it at, are you? Bro. That would have went hard.
Perfect. It was really phenomenal. And then you gotta come in at the end and do a fucking salute like a dork. Ah,
I'm going to
man
welcome
can't
you
win.
to my America.
To my America.
What is America? What are we, MJF? What are we
Yeah,
we
what the
fighting for the
fuck?
American title? What does this have to do with
Okay.
America?
I don't get it. I have no clue, but great promo up until the end,
Yes.
man.
Yes, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love the I love the part in here where he talks about at SummerSlam the ring is going to become the streets, and I love how he said Gunther's going to get mugged and he's going to rob him of the idea that he can beat him for the World Heavyweight Championship. I thought that was great wordplay. I thought it was great. I thought it was great stuff. But I mean, again, I was like, holy shit, because after he said, you know, the part he says, I've lived to fight for everything I've got, and now I'm willing to die for everything that I have. Are you? When he said that, there was a long pause. I thought he was done with the promo, and I was like, damn, that was fucking hard. I love that. And then he just had to fucking go and say that, and I was like, God fucking damn it, dude. We're right on the fence, bro. We're right on the fence, dude. All you had to do was leave that out, and that promo would have been close to fucking perfect. God damn it.
What was that? I had something, man. But great promo nonetheless. Just cringy ass ending, like always.
Dude. It's like he overthinks so much on cool things to say.
He
Meanwhile,
does. I'm
like,
sure he's in the fucking car just thinking, oh, that shit's gonna be sick.
yep,
I had a build
100%.
on that line. Like,
Yep.
dude, it sucked.
This is my America. What?
My America.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it was badass enough saying, what did he say? He said, I've lived to fight for everything that I have, and I'm willing to fight for everything that I've, what did he say? I'm willing to fight for everything that I got, and now I'm willing to die for everything that I have. I thought that was badass enough, and I just had to go and fuck it up, man. Yeah, Damian Priest is not winning, man. He's not winning on Saturday. It's game over. It's game over for Mr. Priest, bro. We need to Orange Cassidy his title reign and leave it on a good note before he fucks it up in the fall. So, yes. It's over.
Man.
It's over, guys. Saturday. I know I said it was going to be over at Clash and Money in the Bank, and here we are at SummerSlam. It's finally going to be over, man. It's finally going to be over.
It's gonna happen again.
No, it's not.
He's gonna get the one again, and he's gonna stay the champ.
No, he will not. He will not stay the champ. It's over. It's over on Saturday, man. Braun Breaker, backstage promo. Braun says, you know, I don't dislike Sami Zayn. As a matter of fact, I actually like Sami. And he is at the top of his game in his profession. Stand-up comedy. He says, see, I did not take Sami Zayn seriously at Money in the Bank, and that's on me. He says Sami has already accepted the fact that he's going to lose. He said Sami is preparing for a life after WWE and a life after Braun Breaker. He says that his comedy, and he says that is his comedy show. That is how he's going to move on. And while Sami is preparing by telling jokes, I've been in the gym training like a dog. And that's going to be on full display at SummerSlam. And the joke is going to be on Sammy. He says, while the joke is going to be on Sammy, the IC title is going to be on me.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck
I like it.
is Braun Breaker on the fucking main roster for not even a calendar year, probably like 6 months at this point, and he's already good at the final line in a promo, and Damian Priest still can't get it down. Come on, man. This is my
That makes
America.
sense. This is my America. But love that fucking Braun Breaker promo.
Yeah, very
Love
good.
the vibe. I like what they're doing, man. I think SummerSlam might be the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And judging off what happened tonight, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Jay defeat Carlito with a spear. That was literally it. They had a random match. He hit him with a spear, beat him, and then they both just left.
Okay.
That was that. Zelina Vega got attacked by Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler in the back, where Michael Cole referred to the group as the Dangerous Deville Group. Wow.
Dangerous Deville Group.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so they attacked her, as I don't know anybody that cares about this storyline. The Miz
No.
announces that he is the host for SummerSlam.
Mm,
That was that. Good for him, I guess. So,
I guess. Why not?
yeah. Actually, Triple H, maybe if you didn't have fucking Jelly Roll performing at SummerSlam for no fucking good reason, you would actually be able to fit your other Cleveland guy on the show, that being Johnny Gargano.
Well, no, you'd have to have a concert for some reason.
Yeah, you have to have a fucking Jelly Roll performance. Are you serious? Have we not learned our lesson from Hardy?
No, they haven't. They're gonna have to learn it again.
And I'm not even talking about how bad the performance was, but do you remember
Just
that?
why?
Yeah, that Royal Rumble, everybody, I mean, it completely fucking killed the crowd. It completely killed the fucking, everybody was just like, dude, could we fucking get on with the show? Why do we, like, what are we doing?
Oh, match. Like, what the fuck? I don't want this shit.
And obviously, it doesn't help that the fucking performance sucked ass, but I mean, even if it was good, can we move on with the
Like,
show
why?
already?
Literally. So pointless.
Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods. Karrion Kross looks like absolute shit, dude. What is that?
Yeah, man.
Dude, what is that look? The baby face look with the sideburns and the long hair. Meanwhile, in this guy's fucking render, it looks like he's trying to be Craven the Hunter. I mean, what is going on, man? This guy looks like shit. I
He
mean,
looks like ass, dude.
it's fucking, I mean, after the match, he's sitting there and he's trying to give Akam a fucking fist bump, and Akam's patting him on the chest, just not even dapping him up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, even the guy's fucking group doesn't want anything to do with him. Golly.
Problem is fucking that group's done. It's done, bro. Give up on it, please.
Man,
Yeah.
golly, man. I mean, you got poor Paul Ellering out there, look, with those stupid ass glasses. Looks like he's wearing 2 cut up fucking banana peels on his eyes. I mean, what the fuck is that look, bro? What is that look? And you're really fucking hard up for tag teams right now. You would think that they would put AOP in a prominent position. Meanwhile, they got him with this fucking bootleg Craven the Hunter over here. He looks like an absolute idiot. And he's feuding, trying to get Xavier Woods into the Final Testament. Are we fucking for real right now? This is a story we're going with?
So ass, dude. So ass.
Could we please go back to Hitman Karrion Kross For the love
Oh, I
of
need it.
Christ, man.
I really, really need him to go back to that because this is horrible.
AOP distracts Woods, and he gets hit with the final prayer. As I've about said my final fucking prayer for Karrion Kross in the Final Testament's run in WWE. Please, turn this shit around. Kross
Please,
defeats
turn it
Woods.
off.
I mean, good lord. I don't even know what the fucking point of bringing the guy back was.
No, I really don't. He did nothing. He's done nothing.
Sami Zayn is in the back, and he was asked by Jackie about what he thought of Braun's comments. Sami says he thinks it's funny that Braun thinks he lost because he had a Braun thinks it's funny. No. He said he thinks it's funny that Braun thinks he's going to lose because he has a comedy show before SummerSlam. Because if he remembers correctly, he had a comedy show before Money in the Bank, and he still beat him. He says Braun thought it was a foregone conclusion. He was going to destroy me. He thought it was a foregone conclusion. He was going to plow me and take the IC title. And he said it himself. He underestimated me, but he knows that he's not doing that anymore. Because and he says I know that because he's been jumping me every week at every chance he gets. I finally got the moment to share the ring again with my Uso, my dog Jey Uso, and he attacks me from behind. He says, "This isn't about teaching any lessons. This is about beating his ass at SummerSlam." Very interesting. I finally got the chance to share the ring with my Uso again. Hey, man, I don't think you're going to have to fucking worry about that for much longer.
No, exactly. Come War Games.
I was going to say, I think you guys are going to be going to war together again.
I think so, man. I can't wait. But good ass promo from Sami Zayn. I don't know about the pound part. I don't know about that part.
Hey,
but
dude. Braun, no. Braun thought he was gonna plow him, dude. Thought he was gonna fucking plow him.
He's gonna plow. I would not use that language, but love the promo nonetheless, man. Love Sami Zayn, and great promo. Besides, he wants to get plowed.
I think Sammy meant to say plow through me, but he said plow me. He thought he was going to plow me. Easily one of the best promo lines all year for sure. He said, "Hey man, you got to call it like it is, bro." He thought he was going to fucking plow him.
He thought he was going to plow him. Good Lord. Good God.
He did, dude. Before Sammy headed out to the ring, we went to commercial. When we came back from commercial, it wasn't Sammy's match. Instead, it was Liv Morgan. She was backstage in front of a dumpster that was on fire. She says, "Do you know how it feels to have your heart ripped out?" She says she would have done anything for Dom. She wished she can take back all the tears she shed. She wished she can take all the tears she shed back. She put him on a pedestal. She put him on a pedestal, and she treated him like the man she thought he was. But he's not a man. He's just Rhea's bitch. As she's throwing their pictures in the dumpster, and she threw the Judgment Day shirt that says Finn and Damian and Rhea and Dom on it. But she only held up the part that said Rhea and Dom. Very interesting that she did not, include the part that said Finn on there.
Very interesting.
Definitely. So she says all she can do now is make their life a living hell. She says that at SummerSlam she's going to complete her revenge tour and leave Dom with whatever is left of his mommy, and hear the 3 words, Women's World Champion. So, very good promo from Liv Morgan, man. It was the production on it was very nice because as soon as Liv got done with the promo, the camera pans up, and on one of the production trucks was Dominic's face. So I thought that was
Mhm.
it was like old, like Rey Mysterio's son Dominic, but still, it was still Dominic. And I don't know how they haven't been updated by this fucking point, but still, he but still, it was very good. It was very, very, very good stuff, man. And I thoroughly enjoyed the production behind the promo, and I enjoyed just the presentation and everything behind it, man. I thought it was done great.
Yeah, I thought it was done phenomenally. I like what Liv's been doing with this. I like what they've been doing, with all of this, and I like the teases they're doing. And SummerSlam is very interesting. I really am intrigued to see how they do this with, Dom and whatnot. I'm very excited.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, man. The Wyatt 6 tape. We got another. Actually, no, my bad. My bad. My bad. Oh, Hunter, man. Hitting me
Yeah.
with the real hard hitting questions today, dude. It says, do you miss babyface Dominic? Bro, I never want to see babyface Dominic ever again. Dominic now genuinely could be a top star in this company one day. He very well could be.
Okay.
Uh, he if he continues to develop in ring, and he's already got engagement behind him. The crowd, again, whether they hate him or they love him, they're engaged with him. Everybody feels some type of way about Dominic. Like I said, man, whether you love him or you fucking hate him, all he's got to do, man, is develop in the ring. He's a decent promo, but I think once he, gets to that next level, he could very well be a top superstar, upper mid carder, main eventer in this company one day, man. Absolutely, absolutely. Which is insane because when that man first came into the company, I seen absolutely no fucking value in him, as
Mm.
did a lot of people.
Oh, exactly. He was so plain and green and lame when he came in, but he's really coming into his own as a heel, man. And he's doing great. Now, never be babyface again. Not for
Absolutely,
years.
absolutely. Grew that mullet out, bro, and man turned into a demon.
Look at that.
Um, Sami Zayn defeated Dominic via disqualification. He hit him with a blue thunder bomb, and he went to set up the haluva kick, and the Judgment Day came out to attack. Jey Uso would then come out for the save, get rid of Judgment Day, and Braun Breaker would come out and attack Sami Zayn. He would hit the ropes, and he would go to plow Sami Zayn with the 23 miles an hour of doom.
Right.
And Sammy put his boot up, and Braun sold the ever-living fuck out of that. It looked like that man, Braun Breaker, got hit by a fucking semi-truck. He sold the shit out of that. And talk about another top star in the company. You got a guy who is not only that good at offense, but he is that good at selling. Braun Breaker, a
Yeah.
guy, again, a lot of people like to say, oh, Braun Breaker could be the next Goldberg. Braun
He's
Breaker
the next
is
guy.
going to be the next fucking... Braun Breaker is better than Goldberg. Goldberg can't fucking...
Okay.
Goldberg can't sell... Goldberg couldn't sell getting his
Anything.
fucking arm chopped off, let alone trying to sell, telegraphed wrestling moves, okay? Goldberg can't sell for shit, okay? He cannot. The only way Goldberg is actually selling is if he's legit knocked into fucking Jupiter because the dumbass headbutts the fucking door before each one of his matches, and he's legitimately knocked out and about to kill both himself and his opponent. That's the only time Goldberg can legitimately sell anything, is if he's actually putting somebody's life at risk. Braun Breaker, dude, he's got the offensive maneuver of a top star. He's got the offensive move set. I mean, he's got the offensive move set of a top star in the company, and he can sell his ass off, and he can make people look like $1 million. And that's That's what I would look for in a top star. I don't know about Trips, but that's what I would fucking look for.
Definitely, man. Has it all, dude. Has it all. Has the selling, the moves, the way he does the moves. He's got it, man. He's got the vibe. He's got it all, and he's doing great, man. And Sami Zayn does get the upper hand in the end, so it's a good look towards SummerSlam, man.
You know what? I like the comparison to Brock because Brock is very uh offensively. Again, he's got a great move set, but bro, Brock Lesnar, if he wants to get in his selling bag, that man, I like that comparison a lot because the more we see Braun sell, it's very. I never thought about that, bro. I never thought about that. That's a very good comparison. Yeah, he's got the dominance of Brock Lesnar, but he also can sell his ass off, bro. And we all know.
Mhm.
I mean, bro, we all know the selling on Brock Lesnar, man. I mean, that dude, one of the best ever.
Oh, he's
Um,
great. The way, his big ass should be sending his ass flying back. He
dude,
really was great at it, and
yes.
Braun Breaker's the same dude, same way. It's great.
Yeah, bro, that match with Bryan Danielson, dude, at Survivor Series a couple years ago, dude, when he low blowed him and hit him with that knee, man, it looked like fucking Brock just got hit with a fucking missile. I mean, it was nuts, dude. But yeah, I like that comparison a lot, actually, and yeah, that is for sure who Braun Breaker reminds me of, absolutely. Um, so Braun goes to hit him with the 23-mile-an-hour plow, and Sammy puts his boot up, and Braun sells the absolute shit out of it. Sami
Mhm.
Zayn then goes to hit him with the haluva kick. Braun rolls out of the ring, and that's how we left it. And for that, I think Saturday is probably going to be the end of Sami Zayn's IC title reign, man. He got the upper hand here now, and I feel like it's probably Braun Breaker's time for sure.
I think it is. I think it's the perfect time. I don't think you could wait any longer. It could look really bad. Don't fucking Jake Gable, Otis, fucking a lot of people.
Oh,
Braun Breaker. Please don't. Strike while
man,
it's hot. Please, dude. Please,
fuck.
for once, strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, man. So that was that. That was that, man. And yeah, I don't want to see them. I do not want to see them go that route with Chad Gable. I do not want to see. Yeah, I do not want to see them go that fucking route with Chad Gable where, I hate to say this because it had all the potential in the world, but the it's cooling down. It's cooling
Oh, it's
down for
very
Chad
much
Gable.
going
It
down.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to believe it, but yeah, it's cooling down. As is,
Mhm.
Otis and that whole storyline. I mean, how do you fuck that up, dude? I mean, come on.
No, literally.
Yes, but yep, Braun got the upper hand here, and yeah, I definitely think that it definitely could be the time. And two, you should probably take the title off Sammy now, and that way his character arc can maybe fall off the deep end a little bit, and then it can pick back up when he comes to the aid of his bloodline, bro. So yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think
Hmm.
everything would fall into place about perfectly if you take the title off him at SummerSlam or at the very latest Bash in Berlin. At the very
Oh
latest.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because I think by the fall, October, November, going into September type time would be nice to kind of start the character arc to get him moving back towards the bloodline. But um, we get another Wyatt 6 tape. It's a voiceover behind some Dexter Loomis footage. Says, a man looking for mercy. As they watched him drown, what should they do when the buzzards circle? And Dexter Loomis just yells, run. After this, Chad Gable's in the back with the Creed brothers, and he's talking to Adam Pearce, and he says, "I cracked the code. on who the other members are. Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Eric Rowan. They're the other members of the Wyatt Six. He says to Adam Pearce, give us those three next week on Monday Night Raw. Adam Pearce says consider it official. So we're not putting them on SummerSlam, but we're putting them in a fucking 6-man tag match on Raw.
Like what?
Why didn't you just put this on SummerSlam?
You might as well, dude. It's going to be long anyway. Fuck it. Who cares? Embrace it. Like, I don't get it. I think it's very much a waste to put this on Raw, and don't know why they're putting it on Raw, man. Makes no fucking sense.
I don't get it either, bro. Rhea is in the back. She says, Liv wants her to be the demon in her revenge tour so bad. And she says her revenge tour on Saturday comes to an end. There's no more running, hiding, or manipulating. She said if you thought I was brutal last summer, that was just because you kept getting involved in my business. But this year, you injured me. You took my title, and you manipulated my family, my Latino heat. And at SummerSlam, it's time for me to get my revenge. And that was that, and I don't know, man. I could see Dominic pulling some shady shit and accidentally costing Rhea the match, or purposely. You never know.
I think so. I think he is, dude. I think either accidentally or purposely. Rhea is not going to walk out champ.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I honestly think, I feel like her title win might come at, like, Bad Blood. I could see.
Yeah, I could definitely see something like that.
For sure. The Dangerous DeVille Group. They defeated Lyra, Kaden, and Katana. Zoe hit the Z360 on one of them. And after the match, Damage Control came out and they did a stare down and they did a faction-on-faction brawl afterwards. Damage Control called out the Dangerous DeVille Group. They said, you guys were only considered dangerous because we've been gone. And Dakota Kai challenges Sonya Deville for a match next week.
Interesting. Don't know where they were, but they're back and they're facing probably one of the worst things on Raw. But it's intriguing.
Yeah,
It's nonetheless. What a way to come back. But great. Excited for the Damage Control side.
Yeah. We get to fight the Dangerous DeVille Group. Oh, Lord. Can we give them a name, please? I mean, what the fuck? Why is your commentator referring to them as the Dangerous DeVille Group? Come on, dog.
What the fuck?
Gunther did an empty arena promo. He was at Collision. That's right. He was at Collision this week.
He's on the hard side.
Gunther says, for the past 2 weeks, I've tried to give Damian Priest the easy way out by just giving me the title. And his reaction was the reaction of a weak man. Really? Okay. His reaction was the reaction of a weak man and a man that does not have control of his emotions. He exposed him for being an emotional wannabe that abuses this great business as a cure for his childhood trauma. Oh, Lord, this guy's a dick, man. I don't understand how people say Gunther don't got no type of charisma or nothing. I mean, what do you not see in this just fucking smug-like, just prick-like attitude, this rich prick attitude? I mean, come on, dude. Does this not have personality to you people? He's an asshole.
I don't get it, man. He did it. That's the personality. He's an asshole. And it's great. It's phenomenal.
Oh, he's such a dick. It's hilarious. Um, he says he abuses this great business as a cure for his childhood trauma. He says tonight. He says, as for tonight, Finn, I used to look up to you, but let's be honest. You and I both know you were destined for much, much greater things. But you surrounded yourself with Judgment Day, and that turned you in to them. Street trash. He says, I'm excited to find out tonight how much of the old Finn Balor is left in there. Well, he didn't fucking find much.
Yeah.
He says he will never forgive. He says he will never forgive Priest for using this great sport to cover up his pathetic existence. And after SummerSlam, Damian and the rest of the world will remember the day the ring general saved this great sport and took the World Heavyweight Championship. I repeat, we will remember SummerSlam as the day where Gunther saved this great sport and took the World Heavyweight Championship.
I think
Wow.
you're gonna remember it for an angry reason. But it's
Man,
okay. It's okay.
why is everybody trying to fucking Orange Cassidy's fucking guy's title reign now, dude? So, in the main event, we got Gunther versus Damian Priest. After the match, Finn was talking to the Judgment Day, and Rhea was saying, hey, if you do need help, just say the word. And Finn, get this. Finn says, do you guys not think I'm good enough? And they said, no, that's not it at all. But, we got your back. And he says, no, that's not how we're doing things. I'm going alone tonight. Rhea, you're going alone Saturday. And Priest, you're going alone Saturday. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Very, very interesting.
So, Gunther and Finn go out there. They got about 10 minutes. On what fucking planet does Gunther and Finn fucking Balor go about 10 to 12 minutes and it ends with a sleeper hold?
You have 3 hours of television for a 10-minute main event.
Are you serious?
Good Lord.
You mean to fucking tell me that the Dangerous DeVille group versus Lyra, Kaden, and Katana had to be on the fucking show? You mean to tell me that Carlito and Jey Uso had to be on the show? What about fucking Craven Cross versus Xavier Woods over here? What about that? Did that have to be on the show? The fucking list goes on. I mean, are we serious right now, man? 10 minutes about for Gunther and Finn Balor. Oh, Lord. Man. A little underwhelming. I don't know why they did this on Raw. This is a huge match, I would think, unless they don't plan to use Finn much at all. Maybe. Which is why, they don't really care to make this a marquee match because, maybe they feel like the boat has kind of sailed away on anything intriguing for Finn Balor, I guess. Maybe. Man, kind of underwhelming for a Finn Balor and Gunther. I mean, again, the match was okay. It's not like the match was, bad or anything. It's just the time, man. Again, 3 hours of fucking television and you're having your main event go about 10, 12 minutes, which I mean with commercials, what does that fucking probably shrink down to like fucking 5 minutes of wrestling that we got to watch?
Literally. You get to watch 6 minutes, fucking 4 of it's in picture. Like, I don't understand, dude. That's really disappointing in terms of just you could do a lot better with your TV time.
Yeah, 100%. After the match, Gunther keeps attacking Finn Balor, and Damian Priest comes out and beats up Gunther. As the show goes off the air, he beats him up, and Gunther hops the barricade and runs away in the crowd. So,
Interesting. Hmm.
so with that, Damian Priest got the last upper hand going into SummerSlam, and it is time. This is the last Raw that we get to watch with Mr. fucking Puerto Rican Jack Swagger as the World Heavyweight Champion. Look, guys, it was a great last feud. The feud turned out a hell of a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. But man, let's end the shit now, because there's nothing he can do after SummerSlam that's going to be intriguing. Okay, I'm surprised Gunther and him made it to the intriguing conversation. It's finally over, guys. It's finally over. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got 5 fucking days left, man. It's over, dude.
Dude, next week's Unscripted may very well be an absolutely hilarious for the Raw segment of the show, man. I can't wait. Can't wait to see I can't wait till the Saturday reaction, man. I hope you're right, but
Oh, I am.
I don't know,
I
man.
definitely
I
am.
don't know, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited.
Man, I'm beyond pumped, bro. 5 days left. All since Wrestle fucking Mania, I've had to deal with this shit. Okay? Now all of a sudden everybody wants to keep the title on him because the Gunther feud turned out great. Okay. What about the feud with Jay? What about the feud with Drew? What about the feud with Seth? Those should have all been great too. But guess what? They all consisted of Damian Priest making an absolute ass out of himself. It's time for this to be done. And man,
Mhm.
Trips, I like to believe that Triple H, Gunther is Triple H's baby, right? I fail to believe that Gunther is sent off retreating into the crowd just to fucking lose at SummerSlam. And if so, me and Triple H need to have a fucking talk. It's over, guys. It's over.
Definitely. I mean, I think we need to have to talk with Triple H for a lot of other things, but
I do.
hopefully Gunther wins at SummerSlam. I hope so.
Absolutely, man. So with that, that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. And yeah, that is basically everything for your week of wrestling, man. So, yeah, man, that's everything we got here today for you guys, man. And with that, yes, thank you guys so very much for joining us. This has been your week of wrestling, man. We got a big weekend coming up, man. We got Friday's episode of news. Then you guys got us, obviously, for the SummerSlam review. And after that, you guys got us for the 4-year anniversary show for Notorious Unscripted, man. And with that, yes, that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been episode 206. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels Podcast. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now